I'm running for president to break down all the barriers that stand in the way of Americans achieving their dreams. I want to work as hard as I can to build ladders of opportunity so that all of our people, particularly young people, have a chance to advance, especially those who are often left behind and left out. In order to do that, we've got to look at the reality we are living in now. Here in South Carolina, if you look at life through the eyes of a child in a lot of the small towns and rural areas here, you would see crumbling schools, decrepit conditions, teachers overworked, underpaid, schools that have suffered generations of neglect, leading to a Supreme Court decision in this state requiring the legislature and the governor to do something about it. That has yet to happen. I went to Flint, Michigan on Sunday because there we have children being poisoned by lead in the water as a result of the governor of their state trying to save money. Now, I will say what I said in Flint about the poor state of schools here in South Carolina. If the water had been poisoned in a white, affluent suburb of Detroit, if the schools had been falling apart in rich suburbs of Columbus or of Columbia or Charleston, we wouldn't still be talking about it. There would have been an outcry. Action would have been taken. If the schools of more affluent children were in the condition that too many of them are here in rural South Carolina, that legislature would have acted. In fact, I'm not sure the Supreme Court would have even had to issue the order. These are the kinds of barriers that are standing in the way of Americans, particularly our children and our young people, being able to pursue their own dreams. So I'm laying out what I call a breaking every barrier agenda to create opportunity in communities left out and left behind, to end the school-to-prison pipeline, to fight for environmental justice, including clean water for every American. That is not a luxury, it is a necessity. And today I'm releasing the first part of that agenda, a $125 billion plan to expand jobs and to invest in infrastructure and housing in communities of color, in rural communities, in communities where deep poverty and systemic racism have persisted for generations. It's actually modeled on Congressman Jim Clyburn's plan, the 10-20-30 concept, to target resources to those communities most in need. The agenda also includes, in addition to the Economic Revitalization Initiative, closing the education achievement gap, dismantling the school-to-prison pipeline, tackling disparities in health and nutrition, and fighting for environmental justice.